There is a lot of confusion and misinformation regarding masturbation and its side effects. People seem to be completely divided on the basis of their own bias, few myth versus fact articles, and some random studies. So this video will try to address a lot of those confusions. People usually attribute all the benefits and goodness of sex to masturbation and then start building their narrative. However, this is only partially true. You apparently get the same orgasmic pleasure, you apparently get temporarily relaxed, but masturbation is a very poor substitute of sex in multiple dimensions of body and mind, sometimes having consequences. This false generalization of benefits leads to incorrect narrative and confusion. Sex is not same as masturbation. Masturbation is a fake sexual act, without all the regular sexual stimuli, as in partnered sex. Regular sex is not addictive. Regular masturbation in the age of internet porn is addictive. While the pleasure derived out of masturbation is a subset of pleasure you get from sex, your body and brain will slowly adapt to the fake sexual act and create new neural pathways in the brain. As we have covered in the other video of Is Masturbation Healthy? Male sexual response mechanism involving the entire brain and the whole body is a complex affair. And this male sexual response mechanism is not same in the act of sex and masturbation. The side effects of masturbation are not exactly the same for all. To understand this, try to correlate with stress and its effects. Just like the effects of stress are different for each person, the effects of masturbation vary on each body and mind. However, some generalization can be done. Let us take the help of advances in neuroscience to understand the side effects of masturbation. Unlike previous understanding, now scientists know that the brain is actually moldable regardless of age or health. Brain changes three ways: chemically, structurally, and functionally, depending on what we do and what we don't do. Remember, even just sitting and thinking also molds the brain. This moldable brain helps us learn, adapt, and recover. The human brain and body has evolved to react and respond to the sexual act in a certain way. Brain imaging shows the entire regions of brain gets active in the act of sex. There is a huge set of established neural pathways, which lead the brain to respond in a certain systematic and coordinated way. The nerve cells in the brain release some neurochemicals, through which the communication happens between nerve cells. Masturbation is fake sex signal to the brain. The entire act is a visualization, there is no physical stimuli. Your body and brain don't need those adjustments and adaptations in masturbation as they would need in the act of sex. So, many set neural pathways are actually not necessary in the fake sexual act of masturbation. So the brain learns to adapt. While all other brain and body responses are not necessary, in the absence of real partner, real physical stimuli, and real penetrative sex, you still need those neurochemicals, responsible for orgasmic ejaculation and pleasure. So the pleasure chemical dopamine is released. Next time, the very same visualization refuses to arouse you. You need stronger and bolder visualization for the brain to recognize the dopamine and feel satisfied. So you constantly need new visualization to feel the arousal. In neuroscience terms, you need more and more dopamine for the brain to register the signal and feel the arousal. This explains the addiction to masturbation in the age of internet porn. Do this often, and this constant chemical change leads to structural change in the brain. Now, this leads to compulsive behavior. You are more or less a slave to your hormones. In this state of compulsive behavior, side effects of porn and masturbation are quite visible. When the pleasure and motivation center is compromised, simple acts of life would still release dopamine, but the brain would not register it. Brain needs more dopamine to feel the slightest of motivation. Consequently, you don't feel motivated by anything in life. The exact manifestation of this problem may vary from person to person. Teens lose interest in studies. Adults stop liking other life activities, like family outing, their hobbies, lack of concentration, etc. The extreme manifestations are loss of libido, less happiness, mood swings, increased feeling of shyness and guilt, premature ejaculation, loss of sexual drive towards your partner. Another effect of porn and masturbation is staying horny for long hours in a day. While being horny is a natural behavioral part of a sexual act, long hours of this state put much stress on the body, especially your sexual and reproductive organs. Doing this often results in immense stress on the body, and the results could be inflamed prostate and seminal vesicles. These two organs directly impact the sperm quality, and in turn, male infertility. This explains why one of the effects of excessive masturbation leads to low to severe male infertility. Masturbation is not harmful when it is done irregularly and not leading you to compulsive behavior. However, do remember, masturbation is not healthy either. Sex is healthy, and masturbation is a very poor substitute of partnered sex. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Got 60 seconds for a quick survey? When people speak from experience, it debunks all myths. And often reveals the solution as well. Check the survey link in the description.